If you want to make merchandise of a franchise or property, there are a lot of hurdles you have to go through, most important of which being that you need full legal permission from the license holder. If you want to make and sell a Lightning McQueen toy, you need Disney's approval so they won't come and break your kneecaps. But even then, there are a lot of people out there who just don't care. The people who make unlicensed and illegal merchandise fully knowing it's illegal. Why go through getting approval when you live on the other side of the planet and are basically untouchable? And that's where bootleg merchandise comes in. Bootleg merchandise can be anything that's unlicensed, but they all mostly have one thing in common. They all try to trick unknowing fans of the IP and ripping them off into buying it. So usually they're super low quality and bad looking. I made a video a while ago where I looked at a bunch of absolutely terrible Sonic bootlegs, and now I'm going to do it with my second favorite franchise, Five Nights at Freddy's. Given how Fnaf is so popular, there is a lot of weird and confusing stuff to go over, so stick with me. Without any further ado, let's go. So a lot of times bootlegs are just official products remade to the cheapest they can be. So let's start out with these terrible bootlegs of Funko's action figures. Oof. These guys have been around for a while, and I mean, they're not simple copies, I guess. They have original, albeit terrifying, sculpts and paint. They look more terrifying than the actual games themselves. Also, these were clearly made by just looking at stock photos of the official figures, given the poses and how Foxy's eye patches up like the stock photo but not the actual final figure. But the best part is that these all have light-up action. I actually, unfortunately, own a couple of these, so I can show you guys firsthand. I have no idea why they thought this was a good idea, but hey, it's unique. Moving on, we have these bootlegs based off of Fnaf World? Okay, cool, something original. Oh wait, go back. So these have just as bad, if not worse, sculpts and paint than the last one, with absolutely no quality control of their name. They made a surprising amount of these with Freddy, Bonnie, Toy Chica, Nightmare, Foxy, the Poopet, Mangle, Springtrap with the correct ear unlike Scott's official model, Nightmare Balloon Boy, Nightmare who's literally just Freddy with claws, and a Chillax, an enemy from FNAF World. Not gonna lie. And finally, Jeremy Fitzgerald. Yeah, it says it on his hat. Like, okay? He's not even in FNAF World. Also, his face looks like he's directly in the middle of being bitten. Gotta hand it to the bootleggers. They know that people want a Night Guard figure at this point. But what they really want is a figure of William Afton. Yeah, they made a purple guy figure. And he's not even just a repainted Jeremy. He has a unique sculpt. What were their priorities? They gave him sharp-ass teeth for some reason, like they probably took some fan art and said good enough. Plus they gave him a hammer. What is he, handy fucking Manny? Oh yeah, these have accessories. Bonnie has a guitar and Freddy has his microphone. Again, I own some of these, the Freddy and the Chica. Chica's head is like a Beyblade and Freddy's mic is so badly painted that the paint has rubbed off onto his hand. Feels bad, man. Moving on, we have— damn it! Yep, these sculpts have been used as copies for Funko figures. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We've got Wave 2 here, not even trying to make them look like unique sculpts. All of these are repainted and nothing else. It's really apparent when you see Funtime Foxy has the same sculpt as Nightmare Foxy. I mean, if you squint, have something in your eye, and are legally blind, these two look pretty much the same. Plus, they still have accessories, even though none of them except Nightmare Chico have one in the game. Then after that, we got some for Sister Location. Surprisingly, there's only one reused sculpt here, Funtime Freddy. Doesn't mean he's good, but I mean, at least appreciate the effort. Baby's face has way too much paint on her seams. Oh god, it's spreading. Funtime Foxy looks like he's on crack, and Ballora is wearing these SpongeBob-looking boots.
Do you like my new boots?
But the weirdest one here is Ennard, or the Ennards. There's two of them in this set, one of them having leagues better paint. On the body, that is. His head still looks like crap. Up next, FNAF Lego. McFarlane may put out quality stuff, but what if you want Lego-style FNAF figures? Well, you're in luck. Kind of, because these bootleg FNAF Lego figures are currently being put out. Just like the Sonic ones I talked about in the other video, these are way too good for what they are. They have accurate sculpts, cool accessories, and were made with actual effort. I've only seen this set of 8 so far, but I guarantee they'll make more. I mean, I'm not gonna buy them, they're still illegal, but at least they tried with these. Now we get on to the final figures I want to talk about, the many Mexican figures. So in Mexico, you can find these figures of the twisted ones all over. They're similar to those first figures, light and all, but these are actually pretty cool. They're figures of the twisted ones, so that's a bonus right there. They all have removable faces, okay, and they all have actually pretty decent sculpts. I wouldn't say they look good, but I just think they're neat. But what makes these awesome are the other characters they've made. They've made their own designs for twisted versions of the Puppet and Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy has a freaking chainsaw on his arm, and the Puppet has 3 legs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these are completely thought up by them and are their designs for the figures. And it didn't stop there. What about Twisted Orville? Who comes with a harpoon? F it. Springtrap with removable bloody face underneath. Anybody? Twisted Lefty? No? Maybe Draw Kill Bonnie is up your alley. What about figures of the plushes? Nope. Funtime Chica? Maybe? But screw all that. Hands down, the best set they made was the set they made of Five Nights at Candy's. the fan, well, now official game. You've got Cindy, Chester, Penguin, Blank, Old Candy, the Rat, all here. No Candy for some reason, though. None of these look good, but compared to all the other stuff we've talked about, it's awesome. And that's just a portion of what they made. There's a bunch more I didn't even talk about. It's astonishing how they put this much effort into something that's just sold illegally to make a quick buck. Now we're done with all the figures I want to talk about, so on to bootleg plushes. Again, these just try to rip off Funko, some better than others, but overall they're pretty bad. Here's some of my favorites. This set of 4 with, lovely proportions and tiny ass eyes. Funtime Foxy over here who looks like a T-Rex with makeup on. Phantom Foxy with no shiny material at all. Nightmare Bonnie who just looks happy to be here. And finally these. So these are plushes that have the scariest damn faces I've ever seen from the franchise. Like, this tops anything Scott could ever deal out. This set includes the main 4 as well as Golden Freddy, with this awful looking gold finish, it's back everyone, as well as this toy Bonnie because why not? Hey, he looks just as good as the official one. Like, were they trying to make this look terrifying? If so, I guess good job, but how do you look at this and say this is okay? Also, toy Bonnie's jaw looks like a toilet. So moving on, I can breathe again, we have the stuff that actually tries to be different. First, there's these 2 plushes of Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy. Given that these 2 have so much demand for them, it makes sense why the bootleggers would make fakes of them. But these 2 seem to be inspired by Psychic Friend Fredbear from Fnaf 4. Well, actually, I think they're based off this fan model someone made of Psychic Friend Fredbear. You know, that super popular one that Funko stole and made a figure of. Well, in terms of design, he's pretty cheap, but he does have buttons, I guess. Plus, they also made one of, I guess, Nightmare, given the yellow hat and bow. But for some reason, he's gray instead of black. Then I found this set of Cupcake plushes that look like descendants of Lumpy Space Princess. There's the normal Cupcake and then the Nightmare Cupcake. The Nightmare one specifically does not benefit from having that mouth and the eyes so far apart, though. Then we get to this set of 4 stylized plushes. It consists of Bonnie, Funtime Foxy, Balloon Boy, and the Puppet. Each one of these has, like, one thing from their faces that just makes them look off. Bonnie has this white under his mouth, Foxy's snout is white instead of black. BB has eyebrows for some reason, and the Puppet has no tear marks under his eyes. But other than that, some of them have actual accessories, like Bonnie's guitar, BB's lollipop and sign, Bonnie's guitar. But after that, we have the final product of this video. The line that's scarier than anything else in the entire franchise. Fnaf Pillow Pets. So bootleggers decided to take the concept of a pillow pet, a plush you can flip out into a pillow and sleep on, you bastard, and apply it to Fnaf. You have characters that are a mix between the first wave of Funko plushies and the Sanchi plushes. You have the main 4, plus Funtime Foxy, as well as both Golden Freddy and Fredbear. Is little Timmy having trouble sleeping? Then give him this pillow of a 50-year-old bear animatronic possessed by a little girl who has created a person in the hellscape to trap a serial killer for vengeance of killing dozens of children. That's fun! These things just look weird. Like, how does these even remotely look like this? These things have become infamous online for just how bizarre they are. Like, when they're spread out, they look like animals that have been turned into rugs. But anyway, that basically wraps up our look at bizarre, weird, and terrible FNAF bootlegs. I know for a fact I left out a lot of stuff. I didn't even touch on the clothes, or things that just steal official or fan art and just slap it onto a template. So yeah, tell me what you guys think is the weirdest and most bizarre piece of FNAF bootleg merchandise out there is. And out of everything here, there was actually one item that I think was actually good merchandise and had real thought and care put into it. What was it? Oh, it was, Bonnie's guitar.